Hi, I'm Rachel. Welcome to our YouTube series. I'm here today to show you how to make Pici pasta, one of our delicious recipes from our magazine. It's a really easy recipe, just 3 ingredients and some water. So let's get started. Just select on the blades on the right of the screen there, and we're going to select manual mode. And you'll find that the scales are directly on the screen right here. So let's weigh in our flour, oil, and our water. We just pop the lid back into the bowl, and we're going to come back out and find our dough mode. Here we're going to knead for 2 minutes, and the Thermomix is going to do all the hard work. So you would see I went into manual mode, but the scale's actually available from every mode that you're in. So I could have weighed directly from the dough mode. And the weights and measurements are all in the magazine. So that's all done. So we're just going to turn it out onto a silicone mat. Just pop it upside down. You can use the end of your spatula and that will release it from the blades. And there we go. And there's our dough. Just wrap that up, shape that into a ball. Wrap it up, let it rest for 30 minutes, and then we can come back and show you how to roll the pasta. Okay, so now our pasta dough is ready to roll. So I've just popped some salted water in the bowl, and I'm just going to select the kettle mode and bring that to boil while we shape out our pasta. Okay, so we just split the dough into 2 pieces, and then you're just going to take a small amount. And it's meant to be rustic, so you don't need to get exactly the same size for every piece. All you're going to need to do is just roll that out and stretch it as you roll. And if it breaks, just pinch it back together and keep rolling. And what you can do with that piece once that's done is you can just take it, wrap it around your fingers like so, pop it onto a tray with some semolina and just give that a dust. This is one way to roll your pasta. To see an alternative method, check out the link below. Okay, so my water's boiled. I've rolled half the batch of pasta and now we're going to cook it. So if you've got a TM6, you can pop a blade cover in and you can follow the instructions in the magazine to show you how to cook that. But today I'm actually going to cook open bowl. Pop back to our mode screen and select open cooking. And we'll just set the timer for around 5 minutes. Remove the lid, and that's now cooking. So we're going to pop the pasta directly into the water. So just slowly lower it in. Don't drop from a height because it will splash. You can place some oil in the water if you don't want it to stick or you stop it from foaming. But what the oil will do, it will make your pasta a bit more silky so the sauce doesn't cling to it so well. And just let that cook for around 4 to 5 minutes, just until it starts to float. I'll just sort of let it stay there for a minute or so, and then I might just gently loosen it and then it will just simmer away. So now that our pasta's floating to the top, we're just going to remove that from the water using a spoon with holes in, and then just place it onto a serving dish or a bowl. Today I'm just going to show you one portion, and you can keep that water in there because you can throw in the remaining of your pasta to continue cooking as you're mixing this pasta with the sauce. So now I'm going to serve up a portion of the cacio e pepe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which is basically just Parmesan cheese and black pepper. So we have pre-milled the black pepper and the Parmesan cheese in the Thermomix. I'm going to take just a spoonful of the water, just the cooking pasta water, because actually it's got the starch in it and that's what's going to help thicken it. And then a sprinkling of the pepper. And because the pasta's warm, and the water's warm, that's going to coat the pasta as we just mix it through. And then you can get it to the consistency that you like by just adding more of the pasta cooking water. Okay, so that's one dish done. I'm now going to make another dish with the tomato and garlic sauce, which is al alioli, which is also in the magazine. So let's just Remove the remaining pasta and place it on a plate. You could do this in a large bowl, you could do this in a thermoserver, whatever you have at home, depending on the quantity you're portioning up. We'll just put a few spoonfuls over. You can garnish that with some shaved parmesan, but today I'm just going to use a bit more of the parmesan and black pepper on the top. So we've used half of our batch of pasta to make these two beautiful dishes with these lovely sauces. You can find the recipe in our magazine along with lots and lots of other beautiful recipes in there. So to get your hands on a copy of this magazine, just click on the link and then you can purchase one and get cooking immediately.